my loves, it's your Related Girl from around the way, where we have culture, conversation, and community. And in today's video, I'm back with some commentary for you all. So your girl Flame Monroe done trotted her way back up to the Breakfast Club today, y'all. She's everybody's favorite, the one they love to hate, okay? And I'm here for it. If you don't know who Flame Monroe is, she is a transgender comedian who went onto the Breakfast Club sometime last year and left the LGBTQ community shooketh, okay? Like shooketh, she shook them down, okay? Sick up is a robbery. Like shook down to the ground, okay? Like had everybody shook with her comments on her being transgender and things of that nature. Before that, we seen some of our favorite YouTubers drag Flame Monroe, okay? Like literally drag her by her synthetic wig back to Chicago. They called her everything but the child of God, okay, literally. And I just couldn't believe it. I was just like, damn, y'all dragging her harder than some of the people who is dragging y'all daily, who's dragging y'all in the Senate, who's dragging y'all with these bills that they passing that's in opposition of your stance. You get what I'm saying? I'm just saying I really was surprised because Flame Monroe is an OG in this game. Like, she's not just some girl who just popped out on the scene. Like, you know, puts a little bit of respect on her name. You get what I'm saying? But y'all girls, y'all was not here for it. Y'all was trying to drag me, but you know, y'all was getting deleted in the comments left and right, delete. What did he say? Blocker.
بلوك على الفيسبوك، بلوك على الواتساب، بلوك تليفونات، بلوك انستجرام، بلوك عسل بلوك.
Okay, yeah, blockity block. I think it's important to mention that she is a veteran. Like, you know, she's earned her stripes. You know what I mean? She's a woman of a certain age, and as we all know, like once you get past a certain point, like you have no filter really. So I mean, that speaks to something. She made it in this game. I know that the longevity of a black transgender woman is really, you know, it's not a number that we should be proud of, but she's made it. So with that alone, I think she should have gotten more respect, but you know, who am I to judge? You know, she's been in the industry for a long time. And let me just say, prior to the Breakfast Club interview, I was a fan of Flame Monroe because she was on the Queen's Supreme Court. Look at me, I love Maddie girl. I love T.S. Madison. Watching that interview then, like in a safe space, being interviewed by another transgender woman, I knew y'all was going to chew her up, but not like how y'all did after the Breakfast Club interview. This time around, Flame Monroe came, okay, boobs perched, wig sitting, okay, and she was ready for y'all. She has something to promote. She's doing a burlesque show that's sponsored by AIDS Healthcare Foundation, which is the biggest like aid foundation or organization in the world. She's doing a burlesque show like in honor of National Condom Day. She kind of came and she positioned this young lady. I forgot the name of this woman, but you know, Flame is attached to that. So she came, you know, doing some promotion for something healthy and positive for the community. So I like that she came and she understand her platform. So she came and brought a girl with her to get a word out about something good before y'all drag her, because no matter if you say something good or bad, people are going to drag you if they don't like you. That's just what it is in today's world of social media. Pretty much sis came, you know what I mean, with a good cause, giving us the real content that we all love to see. What's interesting about this time is that Flame and those who were on the Breakfast Club, I think they were all aware that they made and created such a viral moment that you can kind of tell that they were you know, aware of that in doing this interview and this go round. Like I said, Flame was like, you know, perched. She kind of was giving the girls what they wanted. You know, and I thought it was going to be a little bit different because Angela Yee wasn't in that first interview, and a lot of people don't like Angela Yee. I don't mind her, but I did see some instances where Flame had to kind of shut her down a little bit, like, Angela, don't come over here with that, because girl, you're not about to come, you know what I'm saying? So it was nice to see that feminine energy in the room and how that would translate. And at some points, Flame was actually driving the interview. Like, y'all didn't even ask me about this, which lets me know that sis is arising to the occasion. She understands and she's aware. She also touched on the amount of hate that she received after the interview, and like, you know, I was surprised too, girl. I was really surprised. I thought this was going to be a conversation opener. I thought it was going to open the doors for more trans to get on the Breakfast Club and kind of talk and get the conversation going amongst, you know, everybody here on YouTube and on Twitter and Reddit and all these things. But no, girl, they didn't want no parts of Miss Flame Monroe. They were just chewing her up. It's either you really like her or you really like hate her. You get what I'm saying? But there was no real in between, and conversation starting, which I felt was really just unfortunate because she does raise really good issues. She talked about it lightly and lightheartedly. It's nice to see that it didn't really affect her in the way that it would have affected most. Again, OG in the game, what do you expect? She's been getting hate all her life, I'm sure, living the lifestyle that she does. It's just a shame when you get it within the community that you belong to. Much like colorism, we're all black, so why even divide and separate us even more? Like, I don't get it. I hope y'all can't hear this dog that's barking, cause like, this is real. This is just... Listen,
I'm in the ghetto.
I mean, imagine the community that you belong to saying that you sent them back 10 years. Like, that's really hurtful. Damn, like that's really crazy. And then for her to be receiving death threats, like, I didn't know it was that deep, because y'all already like get, you know, because people are already targeting people in the LGBTQ community to begin with. So to hear that you are going to target and wish her death or send her death threats from your own kind, it's just backwards.
It's backwards, y'all.
I cannot stand for that. That is backwards, and it's a shame, honestly, truly. She also pointed out that gay men is where she receives a lot of the hate from, and not even, and that gay men really don't even mess around with trans women like that. So I found that interesting too. I also want to point out in the Flame Monroe video that I posted, which I was just going off of pure intrigue and raw emotion, I found that a lot of gay men really didn't like my commentary. They really didn't, girl. Like, they really didn't. I had to block. You know, there was a lot of, you know, women who commented inappropriate things too, and they got blocked and deleted as well. But there were a lot of people who reached out to me. Shout out to my boy Nicholas, who hit me up in the email. Nicholas, you sent me a beautiful email. It really, really spoke to me, and it made me feel so good because, like, I understand your point of view, and we had that conversation, that back and forth, which is what I wanted to kind of start, and which is what I felt like should have translated into the, like, a larger portion of the LGBT community. But, you know, I just wanted to shout you out real quick, Nick, because, you know, I appreciate you. You're a real one for sure. I'm sending you much, much love and light. Big ups to you. And the conversation that we had via email, like, this is what I wanted to translate over into the larger portion of the LGBTQ community. Again, unfortunately, it didn't really happen like that. Y'all just were so focused on chewing a girl up. Easily, the amount of hate that I even got in the comments, like the amount of comments that I had to delete and block, easily came from black, or I don't want to say black because I can't judge because everybody didn't have no, you know, no profile pic, but came from black men. And they have such a hatred. Well, I don't want to say hatred. I don't want to say hate, but they have a strong dislike comes from gay men. There was some trans girl that got me together too. Like, girl, I don't appreciate that, you know, but it wasn't to offend anybody. It was just to start the conversation so we can find a nice meeting point. I feel like this is a good opportunity for me to segue into what I'm going to say. Please be respectful in the comment section, you all. This is a place where we have culture, conversation, and community, and I want you all to know that this is a safe space for everybody to have conversations like this. So keep it cute and keep it respectful. All in all, I think this interview pretty much solidified her positioning and who she is. She doesn't identify with the community anymore, but who she is as a person, and she is a critical part of the movement. Now, I will point out that the Breakfast Club was kind of just throwing out some controversial topics at her because I'm pretty sure, again, like I mentioned, they understood that they created a viral moment. So they were just throwing things at her left and right, trying to get a sound bite, trying to get her to slip up even. I think that was Angela Yee with this whole bottom top conversation, but we'll get to that. You know what, let's just do it now. Pretty much, Flame said, oh no, because I'm not a bottom. She's like, well, what's this negative thing about the bottom? And da-da-da-da. Like, the way she tried to position it, like, Angela, don't do it, sis, because you was trying it. She was really trying it. But, you know, Flame kept it cute. They tagged in somebody else who was in the studio, and they kind of got it together. But the major things that they were talking about was the Wendy Williams thing, which Flame was just like, girl, she's not an ally. Pretty much everybody knows that anyway, because Wendy has been said some problematic things in the past. Like, I don't know what's going on with Wendy, because Wendy is tripping. For her to be now she's another OG in the game. And this is the thing. Y'all love Wendy and y'all parade around her and this, that, and the third. And y'all about to kill one another. Y'all about to kill each other to get to get to Flame Monroe. Like, make it make sense, girl. Norman is seemingly her right-hand man, and you can see him looking sometimes like, girl, you trying it, but you know, I don't even have to touch on the Wendy thing because I didn't want to touch on it then. I'm not going to touch on it now. Then she was talking about the Gayle King thing, which, you know, she pretty much agreed with Snoop outside of the whole threatening situation, which, you know, it is what it is. But when asked about Lil Boosie comments that he made on Dwayne Wade's daughter, Zaya, this is where it kind of got tricky, I feel like. And I agree with what Lil Boosie was saying to an extent, and I like how Flame came in and repositioned it, okay? So I wasn't going to talk about this. I wanted to when I saw it, but I was like, hey, listen, I don't talk about people's kids. We don't talk about people's children. Like, I'm not doing it. But since it came up in this interview, which again, it was trying to fish and look for a soundbite out of this chick, but you know, it was cute. It was done with good taste, and it was given to a professional, might I add. I feel that most people stand with Lil Boosie's positioning, but you know, he kind of just took it too far. He really just was saying too much. Like, come on now. He took it too far with the, who said anything about reassignment surgery? You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't even like the idea of 12-year-old and bodily parts in the same sentence. Like, that is inappropriate in its core anyway. You get what I'm saying? I do understand Flame's positioning with the hormone situation. Other trans women really like to suggest people to wait when taking hormones and things of that nature. I haven't taken a hormone in my life. Oh, I'm lying, I was on birth control, but that was shortly lived because, girl, I was going crazy. Like, girl, it had me going nuts. Things are just better to wait until you're old enough to physically handle and to mentally handle anyway. Like, you know, some things are better left untouched until it's time. Girl, who? And I get the idea of feeling or believing or knowing that you should be in a different body or you want to feel a different way. I understand that idea completely, even though I feel like that's the hardest thing for people to understand when communicating about people being trans. But if you want to change, you need to do it as safe as possible. You get what I'm saying? And at 12, it's just a little too delicate. Your brain doesn't even stop developing until like your mid-20s. So to say that you want to give a kid hormones or even sexual reassignment surgery is a stretch, period. When you think about it, like, just say for instance, if you're a kid and you're 12 years old and you're obese and you're like, oh, I feel like I should be skinny or I want to be slim, whatever the case may be, it's not safe for your 12-year-old to start taking diet pills. You get what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't suggest any 12-year-old to go get on hydroxycut. You get what I'm saying? You would want them to do natural things like, okay, well, let's do some jump rope or soccer or whatever to make you feel, you know, to make you lose the weight naturally. The same should be for Zaya or Zaya. I'm thinking of Zendaya, but it's Zaya. Or Zaya, damn, oh my God. Anyway, for Z, okay? For my niece Z. But if that's the route that they're taking, like, nobody ever said that. We're all assuming that that's what they were talking about, reassignment surgery. She may not even want that for herself. Who knows? Because every trans person is different. Everybody is individuals. I feel like a robot when I say that. Everybody has a different life. Everybody wants to do things differently. So who are we to say that should or should not be happening? Because we really don't know. I mean, like, and if that's the case, like, girl, they are rich, okay? Like, they're not out here regular degular. You know what I mean? Like, Dwayne Wade is rich enough to shelter his son. He can live in a bubble if he wanted to. You know what I mean? But it doesn't seem like that's what he wants. So, like, you know, I'm sure he has all the access to the therapy, the counselors, hormone. If he wanted to happen for it tomorrow, it could. You know what I mean? It's much like people when they, you know, gift their, you know, child a nose job at their bat mitzvah. You get what I mean? So if that is what they're going to do, that's what they're going to do at the end of the day. That's his child, okay? We are not the parent of that child. It's good to see her getting the notoriety and the recognition and actually knowing what to do with it, because I mean, how many times have we seen a girl get the spotlight and kind of choke and don't know what to do with it? She's out here, she's booked and busy, she's getting money, she's on tour. So good for you. I'm glad to see that she kind of overcame all of the hate and is doing what she needs to do to sustain herself and to kind of get her own message out there. I'm for it. He, she, we. Yes, I love to see it. You know, go ahead, Flame. I like what she stands for, how she carries herself. Very cute. She's a cute bop. And I know she doesn't speak for the LGBTQ community, but that doesn't really matter to me because in the words of Issa Rae,
I'm rooting for everybody black.
If you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. It lets YouTube know that you enjoyed this conversation and commentary. As always, I'm sending you much love and much light, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.